Hello, everybody. Hello, my friends. So, oops, I'm a bit wobbly. I'm standing on a little ladder, guys. My name is Angela, and I am the owner and creative energy from Elfen and Helden. I'm a premier retailer for Dixie Bell over here in Frankfurt, in Germany. So, guys, thank you for joining me. When you join, just let me know where you're watching from and say hi to me. That'll be great. I'm always nosy where the people are all from. You're actually joining me in my bathroom in Germany, in Frankfurt. So tonight we are basically painting around the house, and we entered the bathroom, so to say. And this is like this is a pretty old, just like one of those mirror kitchen cupboards where you store your things in and stuff like that. So this is pretty old, as all my furniture is. So this is the perfect time to make some changes to it, and it's the easiest thing to use the Dixie Bell products for it, and I'm going to show you that. I've already done a little bit of preparation. As this is like a laminated piece of furniture, I've put some slick stick on there. Slick stick is, I've got it here because we're going to use it in a minute also. I'm a bit wobbly as I'm standing, as I said, on a ladder. This is pretty high, the whole thing. Slick stick is a bonding primer by Dixie Bell, and it is especially for slick surfaces like laminated furniture, like glass, like mirrors, like metal and stuff like that. And it's basically going to bond later on the paint to your project. So who is on there? Hi Jen, thank you for joining me. Guys, if you have any questions, just leave it in the comments. I will try to answer it straight away. If I'm not doing it straight away, I will come back later for it and check for it. Whoops. I hate ladders. But, when I stand on the floor, I'm just like too tiny. I'm not really, reaching the top here. So I'll see how we go. So for painting the whole thing, we're first going to do a little bit more of preparation. As I said, the sides I've already slick sticked, so we can slap some paint on there in a minute. And as this mirror is like really high, it's like when I'm standing down here, there's like, definitely don't need the mirror being up to there. Plus the edges on top, they are going blind. So I'm going to slick stick that today. This is going to be painted on top there also. I want to have some wood bands going across and just like giving a bit more interest to the whole thing. So who is on here? I'm seeing Jen. If you joined, just let me know where you're watching from. That would be absolutely fantastic. And if you haven't done that, please pop over to my page and leave me a like there. I'm first going to tape that where I want to have basically, I'm going to go down for that. Where I want to have, let's see. I'm going to start in the middle here. This is basically where I'm going to put the slick stick on. It's not like in a straight line, just about there. Just so that I have a rough idea where I'm going to go. So, have you guys painted anything around the house? Have you gone with Dixie Bell, choosing different projects and painting stuff? And I'm also doing my kitchen at the same time, so to say. So this is gonna go like a wave, like a bit of a wavy type over here. So just about that. So slick stick, as I said, is a bonding primer by Dixie Bell. And who's on here? Oh, hi Nina, thank you for joining me. I think you asked me yesterday if it's easy to find furniture over here in Germany to redo and stuff like that. Is that correct? Do I remember that correct? So, slick stick, you stir it up nicely. And I'm stirring it, especially, slick stick is not only sticking the paint to slick surfaces, it's also sticking the lid to the jar and stuff like that. So yes, you did. Well, actually, it's not that easy, so to say. There is I don't know. I mean, if I look at all the videos from the US, they have the most beautiful, gorgeous furniture to redo. It is different over here. I mean, you find some of which I absolutely love, is this Chippendale type of furniture, which is absolutely pretty. But, sometimes the people, they do have like ideas about prices. I'm thinking for that money, I can make those myself. Like build those myself. So I'm using the brush I've used before. So I've put it in a baby wipe and put it in a plastic bag because those brushes by Dixie Belle, they hold a lot of paint. So that's the reason I've done that. I don't want to wash that out when I know that I'm going to reuse it in a minute anyway. This is my mini brush, and this mini brush I'm highlighter, and this mini brush I'm using especially for slick stick. I've got used to that, to have like brushes for my chalk mineral paints, brushes for my top coats, and for slick stick and stuff like that, emboss, because they all have like their well, for the top coats, I want to have like really good brushes because I don't want to have brush strokes, obviously, especially when I do tops from tabletops and stuff like that. And the coats, especially slick stick and boss, they're pretty rough to the brush, so I keep those all separate. So, as this is a mirror, if you want to paint it later, we have to prepare that because nothing is going to stick to that. So I'm using, as I said, the slick stick, and I'm not worried about a perfect line because I'm going to stick some woody band on there anyway, but I'm first going to slick stick it, and then we go from there. And with slick stick, what you do, you put on one coat, you let it dry, and then you come in with a second coat when it's dry, and you let that dry for about, they say, Dixie Belle says for about 24 hours. I'll let it dry for about, at least overnight or something like that. So then you're good to go. You can, this is not going to come off anymore, and you can basically paint it how you want it. So, and this is now getting rid of those worn out edges of that mirror. And when I look at that stuff, it just reminds me of how old I am by now. I've got that, I've got that covered now for about, let me think, almost 20 years, I think. Almost 20 years. So, and this is going to go over here just like a wave on top. And it's going to be painted with the Silk All-in-One mineral paint. So that's it. It looks pretty rough. That's what it does with the first coat. I'm not doing like a very thick coat. I rather work with thin coats, which is absolutely fine. Hi, Michelle. That's good that you're there. So I'm hobbling around with my little ladder here. So I feel like a hobbit in my bathroom. Okay, I'm going to put that back in my baby wipe and put it back into the bag because we're going to have a second coat on there. I'm going to clean that in between. My Maybe I should clean my fingers because they are a complete mess by now, as per usual. That's nothing new. Close the jar. I'll drop it. I've covered my sink and everything with a drop cloth, so that's pretty safe there. Who's on here? Oh, hi, Aaron. Good morning. Good morning. And you're from Australia, as far as I can remember. Was it Australia or New Zealand? I'm not quite sure. But somewhere from there, because you are basically right on the other end. It is evening here. It is 10 past 10 over here. So for the silk range, I have to say that again. When I started painting my kitchen, I was starting with the Australia. Okay, great. Yeah, hi to Australia. Thanks for joining me. That's great. I was using the silk range before, and the silk range is a new silk all-in-one mineral paint. It is called. It is by Dixie Belle also, and it is a new paint line they have. And it is UV resistant. It's got like a built-in primer. It's got like a built-in top coat. It's water resistant. It's UV resistant. It is mildew and grease resistant. So this is a great paint for kitchen and for bathrooms and outdoors, especially, you know, because it's UV resistant. But I've painted the kitchen, which is like laminated furniture also. I started. And I wasn't happy with the colors, so I changed the colors afterwards. But when you have slick surfaces, I would recommend to use a bonding primer like Slick Stick underneath, because it is a stain blocker, but it's not really sticking great, or like I want to have it on very slick surfaces. So if you want to make sure it sticks on there properly, use Slick Stick or something like that, and then you're good to go. So for my bathroom, this is perfect because they've got beautiful blue tones in there, and my bathroom, as you can see, is like in blues. So this is going to go perfect to my bathroom. My kitchen is going to be in green at the end, so that's the reason I've changed the color. Well, the colors, Aaron, the colors are absolutely gorgeous. I use Serenity, I've used Tide Pool. They're absolutely beautiful. You know, they go into the direction of vintage duck egg and something like that. But I'm not a vintage duck egg person. You know, I need more color. It is gorgeous, but you know, I've had the door sit there, and I thought this is not going to go in my kitchen. That doesn't work for me. So the blues are perfect for my bathroom, so I'm going to use that in my kitchen. If you go to my channel or if you check on the Dixie Belle page, I've painted it with the chalk mineral paints now in green. It's going to be pretty frothy. So for the bathroom, I've chosen the colors Cape Current, which is like a middle blue. Yes, that's right. They're very muted colors. They have gorgeous blues. I really love the blues. And the colors are great, you know, but for some, yeah, well, I needed more color in the kitchen. Okay, the blues are going to go into my bathroom. My fingers look like a complete mess by now. I'm not drunk. I'm standing on this ladder. So this is weird. Okay, this is now right. Gotta go do it like this. This is going on my nerves. So I'm opening that up now. The Silk All-in-One mineral paints, they are different to the chalk mineral paints. You mix them up nicely beforehand also. That's the same to the Hallo meine Hase. Ja, jetzt bin ich im Bad. I've got to be careful that I'm not like spilling it. So, and I'm just going to come up here to show you. They are a little more runny than the chalk mineral paints, but they're just as, they've got just as great coverage. When you want to blend with them, as you're not supposed to use water with it, it is a little different. Especially when you want to keep all the benefits of it, you shouldn't thin it or something like that unless you are going to spray it. And you are working with a dry brush. I've got my mini angle, which is like all my brushes pretty used, but the bristles, because I try to clean them straight away, are still very nicely in shape. So I'm going to use that. Let's see if I can do that from down here. Okay. I'm dipping it in here, and as usual, I'm just taking a little paint, and I'm just, oh, yeah, okay, and I'm spilling the rest of the paint down here. I'm going to put that down in the sink. That's better. Before I'm burying everything. That's great. Okay. So, it wouldn't be me if I wouldn't make any mess. So very little paint. I'm going to use a bit of the paint I spilled. And I've just, because there are ties behind here. I would love to paint those, but as this place is rented, I think I'm going to be in big trouble if I do that. So I decided to paint my furniture before I paint any of the tiles or stuff like that. So you can see it goes on just as nicely and as easy as the chalk mineral paints. So for now, I'm not worried if I'm gonna go a little over onto the slick stick we just put there. There's going to be a second coat on there anyway of the slick stick. And I'm not painting it from the inside. I'm just doing the outside. So that's fine. This is going to need 2 coats. And I'm not going to do any fancy things to it. This is just going to be painted in this color. As I do have some more cupboards in here, and they are going to have a little more fun on them. So this is basically just, and this is a gorgeous color. This is such a beautiful blue. So, and I know Erin has used the paints also, because they are just available at the moment in Europe and in Australia and New Zealand. But they will come to the US, and it's probably not long to go. They basically started over here because this is the smaller market, just to make sure that, especially with COVID-19 being around, that they can handle everything. So this is an area, you can see that there's like not much room to move. This is why I like my mini brushes and the mini angles, because you can get quite easily in that little gap there. You're sweet, Nina. That's so sweet. Oh, God. Thank you so much. No, I don't think he will be very happy. It's like everything is like in plain white. So, and Germany is not as colorful as I am. I always try to go with classy colors. That's what I tried in the kitchen with Serenity and Tide Pool. And yeah, I am just not, I'm not classy. That's me. Sorry. I'm always a mess. My hair's all over the place. My favorite sports are scuba diving and motorbiking. So this is not exactly where you look like a little princess. So it's just me. This is going to make a hell of a difference. I'm already liking it. So, and I said, you know, instead of just like taping it because there's a gap between this cupboard and the wall, I've basically just stuck some paper and cardboard behind it to not to touch the tiles and stuff like that. So, how do you like that blue? It's beautiful, I think. It's absolutely beautiful. So, and as I said, this is the difference to the chalk mineral paints. You are not using any water. So I'm going to paint it underneath. That's what I'm going to do. But I think I'm going to do that later. I'm just going to do this area here for now. Started. That's the time. I've passed already. So let's see. Slick stick is already dry. I'm going to come in with the second coat of the slick stick on top there, and this then can dry overnight. Yeah, Michelle, that's true. You have been using silk everywhere, Erin. Okay, that's it. Gonna put that. Oh God, guys. Only I can do that. Just open the jar and it's like making a complete mess. Never mind. Never mind. So, where have I got my slick stick? There it is. The good thing the bathroom is that small, so the things can't get far. So, there we go. Basically, you should have everything covered here. By the time I'm finished, put it in the sink. So I've got to mix that up again, but I've made a mess, so I can't use that stick. And with the slick stick, even if you have put it down for half an hour, something like that, I would always mix it up again just to make sure that all the ingredients in there are nicely mixed. So that it's basically in its perfect condition and it's nothing missing when we put a second coat on here. Because when it stands, the ingredients are going to settle down. So now I'm good to go. I'm going to come back in. So this is now the second coat on here. You can see that it covers now nicely. And I'm going to let that dry overnight, and then it's going to be fine for some paint to go on there. And it goes on pretty easy. It's also self-leveling, the slick stick. Just like the silk all-in-one mineral paints, they're also self-leveling. So hang on, I'm just gonna let her know I'm not tall enough to go up here. So that's it. That's it over there. Here. That's it. This can settle down now and dry. Let's put that brush back into that bag. This is definitely going to need a clean. So let's see what our paint does here. You should let it dry for about, the drying time between the coats. It always depends on the temperature, surrounding temperature, and the hi guys on Instagram. That's sweet, you're there. Depends on the humidity in your whatever room or outside where you are, and the temperature. So normally I think it would around here would take about an hour to dry. You can see it's already getting dry on top there. I'm just using my heat gun now just to speed it up a little bit, because I want to basically show you the second coat. Still time to go for that. And this is basically, this is basically, guys, I'm a nightmare. I'm sorry, I'm an absolute nightmare. Nobody can make a mess like I am. I bet nobody can. If I would have to say what my biggest talent is, this is like making a mess. Okay, I'm just going to dry that with the heat gun now, just to speed it up a bit, because I want to happy to see that basically 2 coats are going to be absolutely fine. You can see underneath the slick stick was obviously white, so it's still shining through a bit. So my bathroom is going to have all different blues in it, because it is my bathroom, and there's like water in here, and I love water. I'm also a scuba diving instructor, so if anybody would like to learn scuba diving, I'm the address to go to also. Okay, come back for the second coat. I think it'll be fine like this. Any questions? Oh, that's great, Grete. That's absolutely great. Yes, colors are fantastic. So, start on top here again. So now you can see that the coverage is so they when you work with the normal chalk mineral paints, they dry the same color you basically put them on. With the silk range, you can see a little of a difference. The silk range is drying a little darker than when they are wet. So this is what you should keep in mind when you're using them, that they are slightly different when they dry. And as I said, they are also self-leveling, meaning that eventual brush strokes will even themselves out during the drying process. Gorgeous. Love it. Absolutely love it. So this is my color. So long strokes now from top to bottom. And so if you're noticing this little spot here, I don't know if you can see that there is a hole, and this is where a little magnifying mirror is going to be on. So that's the reason I didn't fill them up, because this is going to go on there when everything's finished again. I mean, I'm not doing much makeup, but I'm in an age now that I need reading glasses. So absolute gorgeous color. So as I said, they are water resistant, they are UV resistant, grease resistant, you know, especially for the bathroom where you may have like creams and stuff like that standing on here. You need a resistant paint. Corners. There we go. Finish. That's it. Full coverage. As I said, this is going to dry overnight. I'm not going to do anything to that. I don't want to compromise the let's get up to your level there, guys. What did you say? Let's. They said if you did not make a mess, then you would be. Oh, that's. You're cracking me up, Michelle. But you're absolutely right, I guess. So, my friends. Okay. Thank you so much for joining me. Again, my name is Angela. I'm the owner of Creative Energy from Elfen and Helden. I'm a premier retailer over here in Frankfurt in Germany. Today I've taken you on a mission in, well, basically in that series from Dixie Belle, painting around your house with Dixie Belle. A lot of us are stuck inside at the moment, so this is the best thing to do, just to pop around and see what you can do, and yeah, go from there basically. So, my friends, tiny, yes. I am. I mean, you know, I'm not that tall, but I'm not that tiny. Thank you, Erin. Guys, thank you so much for being with me. Guys, if you watch the replay, please let me know where you're watching from. And yeah, put hashtag replay in the comments. And also then if you have any questions, just let me know. I will come back to answer those. As I'm doing the videos mostly in the evenings, it's not going to happen on the same day. So it's probably going to be the next day or a day later. So be a little bit patient with me because I have to normal work during the days also. Guys, I thank you so much for being with me. I hope you liked it. I hope I could inspire you a little bit and give you some ideas how to go around your house if you want to. And I'm seeing you in the series with the Chalk Paint 101 page on next Thursday, 10 o'clock, same time. And I hope to see you then. Guys, you take care and thank you for being with me. Bye-bye. Oh, and if you haven't done it yet, please pop over to my page to leave me a like there. That'll be great. Cheers, guys.